Look at that. You see that steam? What the heck? It stings. Like, this is hot as. I've been looking a little beat up, and by a little I mean a lot. So let's turn this situation into this situation, because new year, new hair. First thing that I'm going to do is to detangle, and then I'm going to do a homemade treatment with some stuff that I find in my fridge, whatever it is that I can find that I know is good for my hair. I'm going to do that, and then I might do a little bit of color, you know, a little bit of fun stuff. So let's see what I decide to do and how it turns out. So as I mentioned, there's a lot going on with this hair right now. As you can see, it's looking pretty bad. So I just took out my braids, which I had in for a while, and I haven't washed my hair in like 3 weeks. I did wash it with the braids in. I usually do that when I have braids for long periods or locks. So now I'm just going through, and because my hair is so freaking dry, I have to go in with a spray bottle so that it's easier for me to detangle without giving myself a whole headache. So going through, and I'm just putting them in some small twists when I do a section so that I can separate and not have a whole chaotic mess on my hands. Guys, my hands were tired and my carpal tunnel syndrome was corpulin. But now it's time for me to do a homemade mask. I've done a few masks before, but this is the first time I'm doing this combination. The yogurt that I'm using here is expired by like a few days, but I wasn't gonna eat it. I thought, why not put it in my hair? Why not put it in my hair protein smoothie? So I'm gonna blend everything together. I just showed you everything that I'm using. I'm using 3 overripe bananas that I was going to use for banana bread, but I'm like, my hair needs it, so why not? So I just dumped that in the blender. I added an egg for extra protein, and I'm adding some coconut oil and the yogurt. This is Greek yogurt, guys. I melted the coconut oil in the blender in the microwave, then I blended everything. Apparently I can't talk and I don't know how to English, and that's okay. When everything was combined, it was a little bit runny, but that was okay. I'll use it anyways. I added some conditioner for added moisture and just lusciousness, and that's it. I wash my hair, right? But then I want to bleach it, and I don't want to do 3 sets of washing. So I want to bleach it, I want to do the protein treatment, and I don't want to do too much. And so on the dirty hair, I'm going to apply the bleach, and then I'm going to wash it like normal, do the protein treatment, then dye, then rinse. That makes sense? It makes sense in my head, but come along, let's do that. And if you saw that intro part of the video, you know that this is where shit started going downhill. Me looking at that manual template thingy and just throwing it back down, big mistake. I added the basic white first, and then I added the volume 40 developer afterwards. I should have probably done liquid and then powder, but anyways, I did that. I added some gloves, and I decided that I'm going to start putting it in my hair. So this is what we're starting with, and I have my mixture here, which I felt like it was pretty mixed out, but recent development shows otherwise. Now, if you know me, you know I've been dyeing my hair for like the past 10 years on and off, but this one is one for the books. First thing I decided to do is to add some streaks with the dye first, with the bleach first, sorry, so that it would have a lighter shade whenever I added the dye. And then I'm just going through and adding in the bleach. This is where it fell on the bed, and I'm like, yep, we need to move because I have black sheets on, and we're not about to spoil these sheets because they're pretty new. Anyways, just sectioned off my hair. I'm just using my hands to apply everything with gloves, to be honest. The next mistake I made was allowing my hair to hang down, because that bleach that's on my neck, yep, chemical burn. But I didn't realize until after, and then this happened. No. Can you see the steaming up?
But you can get a who cares.
Trust me, this is the perfect plan. Everyone's going to be talking about the day.
Look at that. You see that steam? What the heck? It stings.
You didn't pay for that.
Like, this is hot as.
Go ahead. I'm not afraid of the cops. He's not really gonna call them, is he?
Not only was it smoking and getting hot, but it was actually like foaming over, and I'm like, yeah, we're not doing that. Can you see the top that has the streaks? That's what I want. So me leaving right there was me going to dump it out and making new bleach, because I'm like, we're not doing this. So I'm mixing it right now. The streaks on top, they're going to process a lot faster than the rest of the hair, and so you'll have lighter sections. So this is what I do whenever I want to do one color dye, but I want to have like a bunch of different shades of the same color in my hair. So as you saw in the first part of the video, I did purple, and then some parts look pink, some parts look darker. Like, that's what I wanted. This next mistake, putting that bun on top of my head, yep, shouldn't have done that, because there was like a lighter section in the middle. Anyways, time to wash this out. It was in for a few minutes. My hair was looking really matted, stringy, and crazy right here. I do have some split ends that I need to get rid of, but I knew I definitely needed the protein treatment. Went in the shower, just washed it all out. I didn't have any neutralizing shampoo, which is probably another mistake, but we got it done. It worked, and that was fine. This is what it's looking like, and I was so happy. I'm listening to soca, so I'm singing along, but you're not hearing that. I'm always so happy whenever I bleach my hair and realize that my curls are still there. Like, I don't really care if it's healthy at this point. And you can see the shades of brown. So the shades of brown will also, you see the middle part? Just look there. The shades of brown will also show when I do the dye. But yeah, that middle part where it was bleached to the root, that's where the bun was, where I'm saying I shouldn't have done that. Anyways, this is what it's looking like. It's still dry because I haven't done the treatment as yet, but I'm pretty pleased with how it's looking right now. So as I mentioned, I don't have any neutralizing shampoo, and so I'm just using regular shampoo here and giving it a good wash. I think I did 2 washes with the shampoo. I'm using Tresemme here. I only use Tresemme or Pantene in my hair. Sometimes I'll switch back and forth depending on what I'm feeling like. And I'm starting to see my curls be defined, and I'm like, yeah, it's damaged, but it's not too damaged. I can work with this, you know? I can work with this. This is what it's looking like. So pleased. The only thing I wish I had done is to cut my split ends, because I do have a lot of them, but I'm hoping to cut them like sooner than later. I didn't get to do it this time because I didn't have proper scissors, and I didn't want to make a bad situation worse. Anyways, I just did. This is me doing my second wash, and this is what it's looking like after both shampoos. As I mentioned, I've been dyeing my hair for years, and I feel the most myself when I have some color in. I'm vibing right now. I'm vibing right now because I haven't done anything like this to my hair since before my car accident, and so it feels great to come back to me, if that makes sense. Anyways, I'm happy that you guys are here watching the journey, and I hope that you made it this far in the video. So now it's time for the protein treatment that we just made, and I just poured it back into the yogurt container so that it would be easier for me to put in my hair. I just put it all over my hair. This is what it's looking like. I honestly thought that the amount that I did would be able to do 2 sets of hairs. My hair drank it all, and I honestly loved how it was feeling, and it was so good to get some moisture back into my hair. Now, if you've ever done a deep mask or deep protein treatment, deep condition treatment, whatever it is, you know that you can't just put it in your hair and rinse it out. So I'm putting on a bag right here. It's a plastic bag. Yeah, come at me, I'm Caribbean, and that's okay. I didn't have one of those like plastic shower caps thingy. I didn't want to use that blue one that's behind us because I didn't want to get it all banana-y and yogurty and weird. So I just added a bag to my hair, tied it on securely. Honestly, my head was too big and I had to get another bag to replace this one, but it's the same principle, same process. I just left it on for like an hour, I think. I went to prep some lasagna while I was doing that, and then I came back, rinsed it out, and you'll see the rest of the process at that point. So yeah, now the point that I was waiting for, the fun part, the part where we add the purple. Now I'm using this one dege bottle of purple, and so it had to work. We had to make it work. Okay, so I didn't think I needed more than that, and to be honest, I don't think I needed more than that. I wish I had gotten a pink though, so that I could mix it to get a brighter color, but it was working. I just had some gloves on my hands, and I just literally squeezed it, whether in my hand or directly in my hair, and played around with it, ensuring that I'm covering all the bleached spots. And that was it. I wanted to leave it in for like an hour. I ended up leaving it for like 4 because I had to drive to my sister's, which is like 2+ hours away. Washed it out. This is what it's looking like, and then it was time for me to style it. Now it was in for longer than I wanted, and so it's making me wonder what it would have looked like if I washed it out at the 1 hour mark. Because I wish it was way more vibrant than it is at this point. But I just said, you know what, I'll work with it because I can always fix it later down. Which I will do another video of when I do add like a pink or another color to have a brighter shade, because now after 2 washes it's kind of looking more blue than it is purple. I did a shampoo and I did a conditioner at this point, and it's now time to style. So I'm using this Cantu leave-in conditioner. I'm using this vitamin E oil, I think it was. I usually just use whatever liquid oil I have on hand. I'm using extreme wet line gel to define my curls, and this curl activator is the last step in order to not make everything crunchy. I hate when I do my curls and it's crunchy and just stiff, and so these are the products that I've been using for years, just these 4 to define my curls. Give it a try if you haven't. I'm going to show you what my process is looking like. Now the first thing I do is I section off my hair so that I can detangle, because it works better on wet detangled hair. Because my hair was kind of drying, you said that patch that's there, yeah, I cut it the last time I did locks. That's besides the point. I ensure I have my spray bottle, so if it's not feeling wet enough, then I add that. First thing I do is to add my Cantu leave-in conditioner, whatever amount you like. My hair absorbs every liquid. Look at me sneezing. My hair absorbs every liquid I give to it, and so sometimes I have to use a lot more product than I necessarily need to. If you guys have a fix to like actually keep my hair moisturized, then please comment down below. So I'm just adding in that cream and working it through with my fingers, and you can already see that my hair is kind of looking a little bit different from what it was looking like before. This is me showing it to you because I can feel it and I can see it. Now after I do the Cantu, that little patch of short hair at the back is really pissing me off, but who told me to cut my hair? Now I'm going to add some oil to seal all that moisture from the water and the cream in, and I just added it to my hand, rubbed it together, and I'm just like, you know, brushing it through my hair using my hand. And see, it's starting to look different because your hair keeps the curls, or the curls are defined more when your hair is moisturized. So that's why you have to do that first, and you can't just go straight in with that heavy gel on top. Anyways, honestly I would have left it like that if I knew it would stay like that, but I know it wouldn't, and it needed something heavier to actually like help it to keep that curl. Then now I'm going to go in with my Extreme, which I've been using for a few years, guys, and it has not failed me. Like, trust and believe. I've even gotten family members on this train. So I'm just adding some to my hands and I'm just raking it all through. It's the same process for everything that I'm applying to my hair. Applying to my hands and then I'm raking it all through. The wetter your hair, the better it is for you, because it's easier for you to define the curls that way. Sometimes I'll do finger coils, sometimes I'll just rake through. I was kind of lazy. It was late at night. It was a whole ass long day. A lot of traveling in between that wasn't planned for. A very impromptu trip. And so I just wanted to get out of there. And then the last thing that I'm putting in right now is this curl activator. It's actually for S curls, I believe, but it works and it doesn't make my curls crunchy. I think there was actually a trend going around that was really popular a few years ago, and that's where I got this process from, and I've been using it since. But yeah, anyways, so I just comb that through and this is what it's looking like. Can you see curls? Because I see curls. Now sometimes I'll do this and I don't know if it's like damage or whatever, but like sometimes the curls won't be popping the way I want to, and I just go through with my finger and whatever product is on there and do like a finger coil type situation, and it usually fixes that. Like, can you see it's like looking a little bit better? I just do it as many times as I need to, just to get it to actually like clump together and show. See, perfection right there. So if your curls aren't really looking as defined as you want, so you can go through with the individual sections that don't look as defined and just try this trick. I don't add any extra products. I'm just using the products that are already on my hands and that are already in my hair. And yeah, so that's pretty much the process. I'm just going to go through. If it doesn't feel like it's wet enough, I always add more liquid on top, because the wetter it is, the better it is, and the more defined your curls will be. I need to also figure out a way to get my roots to look as defined as the rest of my hair, but we move. See, it's looking a lot juicier now that I've sprayed it with the water, and then it's going to set like that. So I'm just going through, and whatever section I'm doing my little finger trick, as I said, and then I'm going to apply the rest of the products to my hair. The same process that I did with that back part that I showed you, that's exactly what I'm going to do for my entire head of hair. So let's get into it. I'm going to show you the entire process, but before I do that, I just want to show you the difference. Look at the part that's defined and the part that isn't, the part with products and the part that doesn't have any. Like, there's a huge difference. Like, you can see it, you can feel it, you can visualize it, I don't know, but you can see it. And so I'm just going through my entire head right now, and same process as I said, but I'm just showing you this is what it looks like when it's wet. I was honestly loving it. I just need to get rid of those ends because it's really annoying me, especially in this video right now. But I was feeling myself. Just in case you can't tell, I was feeling myself. Plus, it wasn't stiff. Like, look at that. Look at that. Hair shaking. Hair is moving. My hair, it does move. Okay, now it's time to dry, and then the results. Okay, so it's been about 2 days. There are some parts that are lighter. Honestly, the purple itself is a little darker than I wanted it to be, and so I might try to fix it in like a week or two. But I'm loving it, to be honest. And yeah, I need a trim. I also need a trim, like. But yeah, this is what it's looking like. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one. But until then, just remember to do something today that will help you to be a better version of yourself than you were yesterday.